right. This is your first video of lesson 10, and we are continuing to work on the standard algorithm and the area model and understanding how multiplication works. So, number one, this is on page 87 in your book. Please make sure you're following along and taking notes. Awesome job. So, my friend Lisa tiles a rectangular floor that is 204 inches long and 123 inches wide. Okay, so you can imagine this is a floor and she's going to put some tiles on it. How many square inches of tile does Lisa use? All right, so what do we know and what do we need to know? Let's look at this word problem and think about what we know and what we need to know. We know that Lisa tiles a rectangular floor that's 204 by 123, right? 204 long, 123 wide. What we don't know is how many. Can we get a different color here? Yeah. How many square inches of tile does she use? And notice these are square inches. So different from square feet, it's just 1 inch square on each side. So this would be 1 inch, this would be 1 inch, this would be 1 inch, this would be 1 inch. And of course, it includes the entire inside, right? Okay, very good. That's called area, right? And it is related to the area model. All right. What kind of expression, or what is an expression that we can use to help us find the number of square inches of tile? The number of square inches of tile. So 204 times 123, right? Length times width equals area. Very good. When we multiply, we know we can designate either factor as the number of groups and either factor as the unit, right? We talked about that a lot in lesson 9. Which factor would you designate or say or point out as the number of groups and which one would be the unit? So 204 123s or 123 204s? Something to think about, isn't it? If you make 123 the unit, then there's going to be two partial products, 123 times 4 and 123 times 200, right? Because we don't have any tens here. So that's something to think about. If we make 204 as the unit, then in the area model, we are going to have 3 because 120 and 3. Yeah, it's really up to you, right? About how many square inches of tile? So about, let's make an estimate so that we can make sure that our answer is going to be correct when we have it. So 204, we can round that to 200, right? We don't even have anything in the tens place. We have a 0, so definitely closer to 200. 123, also closer to 100 because we only have 23, right? That's way less than 5. So 200 times 100, 2 and 4 zeros. So we're guessing, well, educated guessing, we're going to have about 20,000 square inches of tile. Wow. Yep, I'm just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20,000 square inches of tile. All right, so let's do the math. Yeah, let's do the math. You can do the area model or the standard algorithm, whichever one you want. Go ahead and do that in your book. If you don't have space, remember, you have a blank page here. There's no excuses, right? Do the math and let's talk about it in a minute. Okay, so you can pause me and do the math for that. Okay, and here we have 123 times 204 and 204 times 123. Let's check it out a little bit. Let's just go through it step by step, and you can check your work along the way. 4 ones times 3 ones is 12. 4 times 2 tens, 4 ones times 2 tens is 80 plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, right? And 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, so 492 is our first partial product. Then do we really need to do 0 times 0 times 0? No, we don't need to do it. We could just skip it. Do you see how they just skipped it there? Right? Don't need to add all those zeros. And then we're jumping over to 200. So don't forget 2 magic zeros, right? So 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2. And then you add it all together and you get 25,092. So that's one way you might have done it. What about if you did it this way? 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 0 plus 1. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. So there's your first partial product. And then 20. So 2 times 4, got your magic 0. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. And then now we're at 100. So we're going to have 2 magic zeros. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. Add it up, and it also comes out to 25,092. Right? Very good. Now we have some 2's that are highlighted here. What does that 2 represent? It is definitely 20,000, right? Here we have 24,000, but they're both, the 2's are 20,000. What 2 factors were multiplied to produce 20,000? 200 times 100, 100 times 200, right? So if you just think of that 100 times 200, right? You can see your 4 zeros, and that's going to come out to 20,000. So you can think about it right there. Yeah. Okay. If you were thinking in unit form, we could ask ourselves, what is 100 times 200s, right? And in standard form, we could think about 100 times 200, like we did here. We could also think about 100s, right? Times 200s. Okay, which one of those is easier for you to think about? Sometimes in math, we have our own personal creative solutions, right? So think about that. Is it easier for you to think about 100 times 200s or 100 times 200 like that, right? So unit form or standard form. Okay, very good. Okay, that's video 1 for lesson 10. I'll see you in your next video. Hope you're learning a lot about multiplication. Thanks for watching. Aloha.